What up, y'all? This is Lazy KeKe. My name is Dana B.
And I am Cassie J.
So today we bring you the season finale. Yes!
It's the final countdown.
I'm happy, y'all. You understand how happy we are that this season is over of the Real Housewives of
You just
Potomac.
walking back and forth.
Season 5. We'll review episode 19, Deck the Halls with Drama. This is the last season of the episode. No, this is the last episode.
Last episode of the season.
That did not sound right. So yeah, we are very happy that it's over finally. Because this season, it was all about the stinking ass fight. That's all this whole season was about. I wonder though, if that
after it happened, yes, that's what it was all about.
But I wonder if that fight never occurred, what the hell were they going to be doing this season?
What was they going to talk about?
That's what this entire season was about. It would have been a dry ass season. For real. But nevertheless, let's just dive on into it. So it starts off with recaps of all the things that happened this season, which was cute. Robin plans a Christmas party, and at that party, Juan plans to propose. So that's that situation going on over there.
That's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Listen, I want you to know something. Giselle really got on my nerves, like hounding Juan about this. Like, she's like, so listen, what's the plan? How are you going to do this? When are you going to do this? If he said he's going to do it at the party, then just let him do it at the party. You don't need to know exactly when, where, how, and what route he's going to take to get there. He said he's going to do it, then let him do it. Like,
I will say,
just let him do it.
Well, that's just like your best friend. You've been involved in this whole thing, so you want to, make sure that it goes.
Dana, let him do it.
I will, but I can honestly see myself being that. If I was helping.
That's why I'm saying this to you.
Oh. Moving on.
Do you see the look in my face?
Tapped right now, and I don't appreciate it.
You should, because I'm telling you, Dana, let him do it.
Do it, but I want the details. Yes, I want the deets. Give it to me.
Ebony, if you're watching this, let him do it.
Yeah, but I want all the details. Honestly, you should want me to know all the details so that I can help you get it to happen. This is a team effort, duh. That's all I'm saying.
If the man said he don't bought the ring and he gonna propose at the party, then that's all you need to know. You don't even know what route he's gonna take to get there. So you get on 85 South, you're gonna get on 85 North to get to the party. When you get to the party,
make sure that she gets there on time. Nevertheless, we want to agree, disagree, because honestly, I probably would be just as bad as Giselle in that type of scenario. Nevertheless,
that's why I'm telling you this ahead of time.
I can't guarantee that. So Monique says,
let him know. Don't ask for help.
Don't worry about me and him. We good, okay? He knows. All right, you're lucky in there.
Go ahead, Monique. Go to therapy.
Monique sees a therapist. She says that she feels that all the ladies isolated her because of that incident, and it kind of brought her back to childhood. How she never felt like she belonged. She always felt like she had to prove herself, or she had to feel like she accepted, because at one point she was the only Black girl in the white school, and then she went to a Black school, but then she was like, oh, you act like a white girl type of thing, which I hated.
She was proper.
I used to hate that as a
kid. Yes. Why do you talk like that?
God forbid. God forbid.
Speak properly. I use correct English. Okay.
God forbid. Yeah, you're supposed to sound ignorant. But nevertheless, so that's where I guess.
Wait, one thing about that. Before we go on, wait. In that therapy session, Monique still had a sorry, not sorry attitude though about the situation. It was like, I hate that it happened, but I'm not sorry for defending myself at the time at the situation that I felt attacked. So you still are like defending what you did.
Right. So it's like, are you really remorseful then? You're not really remorseful. You're not sorry. Maybe
Right.
you're sorry. I feel like she's probably sorry that she got
to this point
because she sees the aftermath of it.
Right.
However,
I'm not sorry for what I did.
Right.
But I'm sorry it got to this point. Like it's don't gotten this big and it's don't gotten out of hand and friendships are now being questioned and it's all of this. But I mean, you can't change how you feel, I guess.
I still think that the fight wasn't that big of a deal. Okay. But that's how you want to reflect on it. I don't care anymore. I honestly don't care. I don't care.
After about 9 episodes, no, I just don't care.
I don't care if she's remorseful. I don't care if she's not remorseful. I don't care if the ladies like her. I don't care anymore about this damn fight. It wasn't that big of a damn
still
deal.
Gonna have to hear about it at the reunion.
Well, and that's fine. But what I do want is for next season, this fight
to be over.
Okay? So whatever's happened, hopefully they resolve with all their issues and the reunion. Next season, I bet not hear not a damn thing about this fight. If it does, I promise you, Cassandra, I'm not watching the show. I promise you, I'm not doing it.
You said if the trailer shows one thing about this fight, it's over.
You're not wasting my time no more. My time is valuable. Life is precious. And wasted on this damn fight, this small as irrelevant fight.
I mean, I didn't know it was gonna be like this. I didn't know it was gonna be
season. It's like
I didn't know it was gonna be like this.
Okay, she's not remorseful, and that's okay. What the hell? It wasn't that big of to me, it wasn't that big of a deal.
As a viewer, it wasn't that big of a deal. As the person that was involved, I get your feelings.
It was,
but we don't have to talk about this anymore.
Yeah, it was juicy when it happened. Like, oh snap! Maybe I had to watch the episode twice. Oh, things good.
We did watch it twice.
Then episode after that, okay, we still good. After that, we move on. What else?
Unless somebody was going to apologize or we was going to come to some kind of resolution about it, it was like, okay, we just need to.
All right, so yeah, so she went to therapy and reflected on how it is with her childhood and how that came about today. Honestly, overall, Monique needs to stop caring about what Giselle thinks, because that's what all it comes to.
What any of them thinks really at this point.
But it's mainly Giselle. Giselle is the ringleader of the anti-Monique team or squad.
Campaign. Right.
So stop giving a damn what Giselle has to say, because quiet as kept, Giselle ain't got her shit together either. So
we'll get to that later.
Hello, somebody. So Ashley says that, so Ashley is home with Michael. She says that Michael has been stepping up tremendously. Tells Michael what happened at the wake party. And he says that, oh, Candace gets to be
gets to play the victim again. I was here for that comment.
It's like, oh. But Michael,
it was a little
know, but you already know Michael is not a big fan of Candace and Chris.
Or Chris.
What happened last year.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah.
Right, Chris, because that's what happened last year. So he was
soft about that. But where was the lie, as you say, Dana?
We're going to talk about Candace and her expectations of what happened.
Friendship?
Of everything. Candace is.
But where was the lie in that statement, though? What he said was true.
No. Because the point is, at the end of the day, Ashley did this. That whole, Monique was invited too early. That's Ashley stirring the pot with that. So if Michael doesn't want Candace to be a victim again, well, tell your wife, stop making her a damn victim.
I'm about to say, now, yes, Ashley did instigate.
Instigate is an understatement.
She did. Listen, this is the term that they would use. She did instigate the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what they say, you are not responsible for what other people do. You are responsible for how you react to it. I can't change what you do. I can only change how I respond and how I handle it. You didn't have to act that way. You didn't have to do all that. I don't really feel like Candace overreacted in that situation. I feel like she was rather calm. However, she was like, oh, you were gonna set me up. You were gonna have her. I mean, I don't feel like even if you two ran into each other at that event, it wasn't like Monique was gonna attack you. She wasn't trying to attack you at the wine tasting. That was not her agenda. She was not wanting to attack you. That was not the plan. Like, you act like Monique is just out here in the streets just looking for people to fight.
Right. And that's not what happened whatsoever.
So stop acting like people are you set me up. Nobody set you up for nothing. Nobody was trying to set nobody up. Monique can be around you. She's been around y'all for years and nothing has ever happened. Like, she didn't. So let's just stop with this whole.
Yeah. So yeah, she
does. Put my life in danger. I don't put your life in danger. You put your life in danger. You put your life in danger when you ran up on somebody.
Yeah. I wouldn't consider her a victim of anything, honestly. Even when there's a lot of things I said, oh, I feel bad for Candace about. I retract all those comments.
Take them back. Look,
I take them all back. That's why I'm honestly over Candace. I'm over
Monique. The situation.
Yeah, I'm over it, and everything that followed after that. I'm just over this fight. Yes, I am so over it because it's like we raised, like, how many times you have to say the same thing? It's like it's the same thing. Oh, what was me? But yet we'll go into what happened at the end of this episode and all these things. That's like, we need to go. Where do we move on from this? We need to move on, please.
Listen, we need to truly move forward, not just move on. We need to move forward from this. Like, we need to address it for the last time and move forward and like leave this behind in the dust.
Yes. Ashley did tell Michael that
Michael said that. Yeah, you was about to say it. Michael said that Juan is not going to propose.
Yeah, so Ashley told Michael that Juan is going to propose, and Michael says he's not going to. And
he's so like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, he's like, why? Because I actually know things.
Trust me, I know. I have inside information.
That kind of makes me leery now.
It creeped me out when he said it.
At first, I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, okay, it's Michael being Michael. When we get to this party, it's like,
what comes up?
What's going on, Michael?
What's going on, Juan?
So
when we get to the party, I'll say why. I'm like, well, Juan, what about you?
All right, so Candace and her mom goes. Guess what? There's nails done. They ain't talking about nothing about kids and houses and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And I mean, at that point, now this is something else. At that point, this was something that Candace did say. I was just like, okay, Candace. She was like, she's sitting down with her mom. Now, we have seen Candace drag her mama through the mud, talk about how horrible she was to her, et cetera, how Karen was such a better role model. She was such a great woman. She wishes her mom was more like Karen, et cetera. But now she has flipped the table. She's like, I love my mother. My mother is so great. And I can't believe that I would look up to someone like Karen over my mother. I should be spending more time with my mother than a woman like Karen. Girl.
But for one, Karen's not your mother. And it's not, for you to even put Karen into your mother position, that's a you problem. And Karen did nothing to you.
Karen didn't say, I see that your relationship with your mother is so horrible. I will step in and be a mother for you. Right. I mean, she was just like, I'll be your friend for you. She understood that she was having trouble with her mom, but it wasn't like, I'm here to replace your mother.
Right.
You don't need her. You have me.
Right.
Your mama wasn't not in your life. You just didn't like the relationship. Y'all could have went to counseling and got it fixed.
Candace and her relationship with Karen got on my nerves. And because it's like, what the hell what do you expect from Karen?
The expectation?
You know what I mean? And if that's the expectation you have from me, we don't need to be friends. I'm cool with us not being friends because I can't live up to that. I ain't your mother. Sorry. You did not come out my poom poom. Sorry. So
I didn't raise you in any kind of way.
like I could be your friend and I could be you know,
A
a person that you
mentor.
look for. Yeah, but it's like I don't know what you
No,
expect. But
she
she
needed
was saying
another
how, you
mother.
know, I'm so appreciative of how my mother was so there for me during this whole Monique situation and that. And I'm like, well, that's what your mom's supposed to do, for one. And for two, we said it before, it wasn't that big of a deal. But I mean, I guess for her, it
She was
traumatized her.
traumatized.
We're gonna just leave it at that. She was probably traumatized. Bless her heart. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Um, so
Right.
Karen gets ready to go to
We'll go
HSN
on to the
to
next
sell
subject.
her perfume. She does tell Ray that she's disappointed with the ladies, that how they acted at her party. Basically, they were kind of like bombarding her, and she shows the receipts that she did not try to set up Monique and Candace. She told Monique to be there at 4. She told Candace to be there at 6:30. So yeah, they both were supposed to come early, but they were not going to be together, which is why Ashley should not have
At the same
went
time.
back, yeah, and instigated the whole damn
Said
thing
anything.
at all. But so that was that. Juan and Robin go to a therapy
It
session.
was great.
Yeah, they talk about why they divorced. And it was very enlightening. At first, I'm like, oh Lord, because when the lady was when Robin was explaining, you know, how Juan wasn't there,
Mm-hmm.
wasn't hands-on with the kids, he was like, well, don't you start that like, you
Yeah,
know,
he was
already.
like,
I'm like,
don't
oh
act like
Lord.
you was a perfect wife. And
You're
she was
like,
like, I'm not saying that.
I think men do that because of their ego. It's like, well, when you tell a man like, oh, you didn't do this for me, you didn't do that. Well, you
Well, let me
didn't
tell you
do
about
that
you.
either. Yeah,
Right.
you did.
Let me
It's
check
like, okay,
you.
one person at a time. Like, damn, I used to hate that with my ex. It's like every time I express things that I didn't like, instead of him like really hearing what I'm saying, is, well, you don't do this and you don't do that. I was like, well, we're talking about you right now, so let's focus on you, and then we can focus on me, one thing at a time, please.
You know what I realized when Juan was talking about what he was lacking in his relationship with Robin? I was like, it's the same thing Ray is saying about Karen. He was like, well, I went outside of the relationship because, you know, I was lacking attention and emotional support and romance. And because the therapist was like, was it just about sex? I mean, if that's what it was, then that's what it is. Let it, talk about it so we can address it. And he was like, no, it wasn't just about sex. I was getting romance and I developed emotional connections with people. And, I was getting affection and attention and stuff that's just stuff that she wasn't doing. And I was
Well,
like, Ray was saying that he's not getting
well,
attention from
it was a
Karen.
little different. It was a little different because with Ray, he just stopped saying I loved you. He was like, basically, we just roommates right now. I'm not really loving you. There's no love in this. The difference between Juan and Robin, which I don't understand why men do this, because he admitted that I wasn't,
Good.
doing right. I wasn't doing right in
Right.
the marriage. And then she put her wall up. And then once
Yes.
she put her wall up, that's when, oh, I need some affection. I need some romance. My wall's up now. So I don't understand why men, they're all talking about, oh, I cheated because I wasn't getting what I needed. When you're the reason, oh, well, you're not the
You
sole reason,
contributed
right,
to this.
to me having a wall up because I don't want to get hurt no more. So it's
Right.
like, I hate that. Don't love me. Don't show me love and give me the love that
And then
that
take it
I
away.
want when my wall is up. You should love me when I was open. Like I have my walls up for a reason, not because one dad woke up like, you know what? I'm just not going to do this anymore. No, she was tired of feeling a certain type of way, so she protected herself, and then now you use that as an excuse. Well,
Against me.
now she
Yeah.
had her walls up. Well, why did I have my walls up? You worrying about the what? What about the why? So I am happy that he did voice that he acknowledged that,
His
she had her
part.
walls up because of me and that I wasn't getting what I wanted, but it's like she's been my rock through which is another thing.
She stood by him.
You know, through the cheating, through the lying, through this, that, and the third. There's
when they ain't have no money.
exactly all of that. She was always there. So I'm glad that he did acknowledge like she's been there with me through thick and thin, through the good and the bad. She's always been there with me. And it's like that right there would probably make it all worth it. Because it would suck that you're going through all of this with no thanks. You know?
And that's what Karen was saying. Karen was like, Ray, you don't give me thanks. So that's why when I said that it was similar, it was like, okay, Ray is saying, well, you don't pay me, you don't give me any attention, you don't spend time with me, you don't do this, that, and the third. And Karen's like, well, you don't acknowledge me, you don't give me the respect in this. So that's why I was like, it's like, okay, y'all need to be careful before y'all end up in a similar situation, because it can easily go that way, because it's like, you complaining about not getting attention. Well, Karen might not be giving you the attention that you necessarily want because she doesn't feel appreciated and respected in this relationship. Mm-hmm. I couldn't imagine being in a relationship with somebody and they don't tell me they love me. I'd be damned. I just couldn't imagine that. Yeah, I get the whole, well, you can show somebody you love them without saying it. Yeah, you want that too.
It depends on how many years. Because if like 20 years you're together, I don't need you to prove nothing. We together. Like, you know what I mean? It's like kind of, you're here. I mean, you will want to keep that fire going, but
you're gonna need to keep that fire going.
I would love to see anyone that's been married for over 25 years just to see how they are. Do they act more like roommates or they're in love? You know what I mean?
It depends on the people.
It does. Some people.
I guess the thing is, all the couples that I've seen that have been married that so made it to golden years and so on and so forth. I mean, they have a roommate situation for. I mean, sometimes it gets to the point you get old and medical reasons come in. They don't sleep in the same beds and stuff like that. However, I do see them still have those little sweet moments. You're like, oh, look at the cute little old people. And I'm like, I want to be like that one day. You know, the little cute old couple that sits there and hold hands. I want to be cute. But I know that you get on my nerves.
Old couples that have matching sweatsuits on, holding hand in hand. I want to be them. I really do.
Yeah, like I want the matching windbreaker outfits.
Yes. Just walk. Both of y'all just walking through the mall. Just, holding hands, happy as a clam. I want that. I really do. One day.
But I mean, I get it. I mean, it takes work.
One thing I will say, those same couples that we see holding hands, they cut each other out to the.
That's all I'm about to say. Ooh. There's the other part. That's why I said you get on my nerves too. Like, I mean, just like we have those cute little moments, there's the other side. I'm like, if you don't get the out of my face.
No, they hit below the jugular because they know they ain't going nowhere. Because they know they ain't going nowhere, so they be
right. Because it's like, listen, you ain't going nowhere. Ain't nobody gonna take your wrinkly self up.
An old couple arguing. Oh my God, entertainment.
Like this.
And they still love each other because they ain't going
y'all
nowhere.
Okay?
Like, what? She don't call you everything but the Son of God. But then after that, they'll ask you what you want for dinner.
I'm about to say, I'm like, so do you want this chicken or these pork chops?
Mm-hmm. I was like,
you need this chicken because you know you don't need to eat this pork. Now you know you don't need to be eating this pork. No way, I'm fixing this chicken because you don't eat this pork. Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, and this is like an everyday thing. That's how they say hello.
It's just, and you were sitting like this. It's just Monday. It's Monday.
It's like, and then they go off. I mean, honestly, they be going off on each other, call each other names, and it's just entertainment. But it's love, though.
And you be like,
they gotta let it out some way. They've been together since 1902. They need to let it out.
Okay. But don't let nobody say nothing about their loved one. Now, you can't come in and say nothing.
What you just said.
But they can say it. Now, don't you laugh either. Now, if they called them something out the way, you laugh. They're like, what you laughing at? Oh, nothing.
Yeah. So the Christmas party. Now this is the Christmas party. This is the
rest of the show.
Yeah, this is the last place of the events. So a lot goes on here.
Yes.
So Candace is supposed to be performing. She still feels some type of way about Karen.
Yes, we're gonna talk about that.
Giselle and Ashley arrive, and Jamal is not with Giselle
Giselle.
because he has to preach the
Preach
next
the
day,
next day.
which I don't understand. Again,
He has to preach every Sunday, does he not?
yeah, but I don't. That's why I'm like, why do y'all keep thinking he's gonna be there when you know where he needs to be the next day?
I
It's a
would say
Saturday
after
night.
Saturday comes Sunday.
Yeah, so it's like stop asking for Jamal when you know he's not gonna be there. You know this. I knew this, and I don't know people like that, and I knew he wasn't gonna be there. But Michael
This
does
is
come with
when the first shady moment comes in, is when they first get there. Is now this is what I talk about Giselle hounding Juan about the who and the where and the why and the how about this engagement. She go, hey, we still on for today? Everything's going to
well,
plan?
that's
Hey,
because
let the man do what he gonna do.
so Giselle and Ashley are talking, and so Ashley's gonna tell Giselle what Michael says that.
No, nope, not yet, not
What?
yet.
What?
No, Dana, not yet. When she first got there, she did go up to Juan and ask him what was going on.
Oh,
She
yeah.
did go to him again later after she talked to Ashley. But at first, when they first got there, she just asked him, hey, what's your plan? You got the ring. What's going on? Are we still doing this today? And he's like, yeah.
Right.
So initially, she just asked him, we still on? Yeah. So we gonna get back to that. She is gonna go back to him again for another reason after she talks to Michael and Ashley.
So another thing that they keep bringing up is Karen potentially not coming. They kept saying, "Oh my God, why isn't Karen coming?"
Yes, because she has flight issues.
She says she missed her flight.
She's hiding from us. She's scared.
My thing is, y'all clearly don't like Karen, so why do y'all want her there so much?
I agree with you on that. Like, it's like you just want her to be there so that you can what? Argue with her, cause a scene, cause a problem, conflict.
Maybe that's what they really want. They want to cause a scene because they have nothing else to talk about.
Right. Because I mean, I'll be honest with you, at an event like that that's supposed to be happy and good, I don't want nobody there that I don't fuck with.
Right. And it's clear that Robin, Giselle, Wendy, maybe even Ashley,
and Candace.
Candace
and low-key Ashley at this point, it seems like,
don't mess with Karen.
Don't like her.
So, okay.
Let it be.
So then Giselle and Ashley were talking, and Ashley tells Giselle, hey, Michael said that maybe Juan is not going to propose. And so just like, why would he say that? She's like, I don't know. He's not going to tell me.
One thing before we get there, why was Sharice there?
Maybe her and Robin are friends.
Why do we work her back into here one last time?
Might as well. We start with her. Might as well end with her. End with a bang.
We're going to finish with her?
Might as well.
Because I felt like they was trying to work her into the mess a little bit too.
I don't know what Sharice's problem is. I don't know.
When they was talking about Karen, it's because I didn't realize that her and Karen had beef, because when they was talking about Karen, she's over there with the Amen choir too. And I was like, why are you Amen? And when you don't have nothing to do with any of this. Like this.
I don't get it.
It's nothing to do with you. Why are you opinionated?
So, okay. So Giselle and Ashley questioned Michael as to why he keeps saying that Juan is not going to propose. And he still is not saying anything.
Doing this little shook and jive around a question.
So that's when Giselle was like, well, I'm about to find Juan. I'm going to find out what's going on. So as Giselle goes find Juan, Ashley is still asking Michael, like, well, what is it? He was like, why would I tell her? Like, why the hell would I say anything around her for? Which is valid, though. Ashley.
He was like, we have our own special relationship. You know that. And she was like, I mean, I get that, but is there something I need to know so I can tell Robin? Like, at the least tell Robin. He was like, listen, she said, if I grew a penis, would you tell me then? And he was just like,
no, she said that while he was walking away. I don't think he heard her, but I caught that. I'm just like, Ashley's always got some weird jokes about her man and penises and putting things where they don't need to be. Well, this whole situation with Juan and Michael, at first, I didn't think nothing of it until it did kind of get kind of weird. It's like, why does
It got
Michael
weird after, well, Giselle went ahead and asked Juan, like, is this going to happen? Because when Michael talked to him, he was like, hey, what's going on? Is there anything special about tonight, or is this just another night? He was like, oh, no, nothing's going on, just a party, just a regular night. And he was like, oh, okay, so nothing planned, nothing going on. He was like, no.
Right.
So, Giselle goes to him and she was like, we're doing this, right? Like, this is happening. And he was like, yeah, I'm just trying to wait for the right time. She's like, okay, just making sure, because I heard otherwise. I'm just trying to make sure that we're all on the same page. And he was like, it's fine. It's
which it was kind of weird.
Well, we're getting conflicting information.
Right. It was kind of weird. It's like, why does Michael keep insisting that it's not going to happen? Not maybe.
Why does he say that?
He keeps saying it's not going to happen. And then
I just feel in my spirit, like you said, that it's not going to happen.
It's like, And truthfully, I think Giselle says like, oh, we see why Michael is not saying it, because Michael wants Juan all to himself.
To himself. Right.
Maybe that might be true, because why would you be so adamant that it's not going to happen? Maybe because you don't want it to happen. Because your ass.
Why would you not want him to get engaged or get married?
Michael was a shit stirrer for this.
Well,
party.
There was two things that happened too before this that led up to this. Before, when they got there, they was trying to get him to take a shot, and Michael was like, "No, I'm not taking shots. I'm just drinking beer because I got in trouble last time. I was taking shots, so I'm not trying to get in any trouble." And Ashley was joking about it. She was like, "Yeah, that's what got him in trouble last time. He's not doing that. So he's just drinking beer at this moment."
But then
Candace, he still was drinking shot. He's still drinking beer. Candace does her performance. There was some technical difficulties. The music didn't come up quite loud enough, but then it jumped, and so everybody enjoyed a little 2 minutes of music. It was a nice little beat. We already talked about the song. And after she performed, Robin went up there. I thank everybody for coming out to the party. Enjoy yourselves. Have a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, happy holiday. Now Juan comes, is like, I have something to say. This is what we've been waiting for. He does his proposal. I gotta do this, Dana. Wendy. Like she is in a Baptist church and the Holy Spirit has hit her.
Yeah. It was like,
Dana,
it was
if
Candace.
You go over there swinging your head in those hoops around, I'm going to have security escort you out.
No, you're not. You're going to be so in the moment, you ain't pay attention to me.
I will jump out real quick. Wait,
I ain't going to be like a Wendy. I'm going to be like,
I'm going to do this. Security.
No, you could be so happy you ain't pay attention to me. You talking all that shit down. You ain't gonna pay attention to me. But I ain't gonna do all that though. I ain't gonna do all that. I'm gonna be just like I was when I was watching when Juan proposed. I was in my chair.
Be a lady. Thank you. I was like, if you don't get out of here, she over there shouting.
Giselle
Candace is running up with her camera.
Right.
Trying to get all in the. Back up.
Right.
Let them have their moment.
Well, I guess they were so excited. You didn't realize it. You're in the moment. Okay. It was nice.
You don't want to let you run around shouting?
Look. Okay. You ain't gotta worry about me. I ain't gonna run around shouting. I'm gonna be yelling, but I'm gonna be in my chair. Or
you like this?
Or I'm gonna stand up. Either way, you're gonna see me. That's gonna be me, I promise you.
Just don't run up there.
No, I ain't gonna do all that. So
the ring. Okay, the ring was beautiful too.
Yes, it was the stone that she wanted, and then Giselle told us like, we've been working on this for a while, so it was a cute moment, for besties and stuff. Is
And
that
that's when you
Michael
see Michael walk by with the stank face. Like, I
don't know
guess
why
he
he
did
came,
do it.
honestly. I don't know why he came. Because then he started doing the shots. Because Ashley was like, oh,
That's what I was about to say. Now, this is when he switched over to shots.
He was like, whoa, you all right with tequila? Because tequila, honey.
Got him in trouble.
So he's taking shots. And one thing that Robert kept saying, it's an open bar. It's an open bar. Mind you, I do miss those days. The open
Drinks
bars
on me.
for the Christmas parties. It's over. I'm gonna miss it. I really am. All right, I'm over it.
Yeah, it's over, Dana. You gotta have your own bar.
I do.
Drinks on you now. Drinks on you.
Honestly, there's nothing better than a party with
Drinks on Dana B.
No. Well, here, yes. Here. For
That's
me.
what I said. Drinks on Dana B.
I'm telling you, nothing better than an open bar at a party. Because that's when the shit gets real. Let me tell.
And it's somebody else's meal, you mean?
Oh, it's even better.
Okay. Get all that out.
Shut. We partying, honey. We lit.
You see who's the drinker of the group.
Did you come for me? Did you come for me?
No, never.
Again, I feel attacked. Again.
As you sip on your wine.
This ain't nothing but some grape juice. Don't play. Nevertheless.
What's the percentage on that grape juice?
Not the hint of them.
Right. Okay. Moving along. So Michael
Karen
goes and takes a shot. No. Michael goes and takes a shot. This is the weird part. Michael goes and takes a shot with Juan and toasts to him like, well, congratulations. You know, you did it. I mean, you've done it before. So, you know, you should be a pro at this. You've been married before. And he was like, let's toast to a bachelor party in Vegas without cameras and just me and you. I was like,
yeah, that was weird.
But Juan co-signed it though, because he was like, you know, he said, just me and you, right? And he was like, right. And I was like, why would y'all have a bachelor party in Vegas without cameras and just y'all two?
I think that Juan.
I hope that was editing. I hope they cut that up.
I don't think that Juan really wants to be in a lone room with Michael, but I do believe that Michael wants to be in a lone room with Juan.
I totally agree with that because the rest of the night he's going around talking about how this guy looks good. He was like next to Juan. Well, no, he's the best looking guy.
To Eddie, he was like, "You're my second favorite behind him." But then he gonna say, "I'm not gay though." Why would you? And then Eddie was like, "I wouldn't."
But I'm not gay. He was like, "I didn't think that."
Yeah, like why
he said, "Well, I'm just saying, you better not think that shit." And he was like, "But calm down, sir. No one."
It was the liquor. He needed to relax.
He should not drink liquor.
No, not as much as not in the open bar situation because
not ever, not even a shot.
Starting to get a little messy. He started to get a little sloppy, drunkish. So Karen arrives. They honestly, as soon as she got there,
and they started talking about the wig party.
Yeah, and she was like, "I forgive all of you." And they're like, "You forgive us? Why?"
What? It was like, for what?
I do feel like Karen.
It was dumb. It was dumb. The whole conversation was dumb.
But like Karen says that I was leaving. They were like, "Why did you leave?" I had a date. Well, why would you have a date after your?
You had an event.
Like,
she said, "Cause I can."
What, you can't. It doesn't make sense. But then she's gonna say, "Y'all made me miss my dinner date. I had to eat KFC fried chicken or something." It was weird. I feel like Karen sometimes is full of shit. Yeah, I do love me some Karen.
She is,
but it's just like
she was on that situation.
It just doesn't add the hell up. Just say you didn't want you left because it got too hot. Yes, granted, Ashley did instigate something which I wish you just would have showed her the text there. It's like, no, I didn't. I told her to come this time.
Just check her time. There about it. Then and there.
I feel like, again, if Karen was just honest about everything instead of being, kind of secretive and not telling the full truth or laying it all out, then people wouldn't try to call you on bullshit all the time. Because I think that's why they want to be around Karen. That's why they wanted Karen there so badly. They just want to call her on bullshit. And she allows them to, because she gives them the shit to call out.
I just don't want to deal with it.
But I will say though, I don't like, so Karen was talking, Candace getting all in her feelings about this whole damn fight again. But my thing is, so Karen said that Monique is sorry. So, well, Monique is sorry. Wendy's going to say, she didn't tell us that. And I'm like.
So Ashley co-signed it too. She was like, well, she told me. She did tell me that she was sorry.
But they're like,
we talked about it too.
That, but it's like, one, y'all won't even film with the girl.
She tried.
So, well.
Right, but she tried to tell you guys.
At that time, maybe a week after, when she did meet up with them, maybe she wasn't, but time has gone on. So it's like, for one, how do y'all know?
But I'm saying, I do feel like at that time, she did say she was sorry
for putting them
about it at that time. She said she wasn't remorseful about it.
She said she was sorry for putting them
at that time when she met up with them.
Right. She was sorry for them for putting them in this situation, or putting them in harm's way. She wasn't remorseful for fighting Candace. But at the end of the day, though, Wendy, why? Right. You talking about she didn't tell us that? It's like, that was then. You don't know what happened since then.
She don't owe that to you.
She really doesn't. She really doesn't.
She owes that to Candace, if anybody. She owes that to Candace because she's already explained to you guys. She's already apologized to you guys for putting you in that situation. That's as far as it goes for you. The rest is between them two. It has nothing else to do with you.
What it is now, and I guess this is what Candace really wants. Candace wants all the ladies to fight her battles.
And it's like they want her to grovel. Like, right. So I want you to grovel.
So for them, for Wendy, the Giselle, the Robins to move on from this, Monique has to convince them that she's remorseful to Candace. Not to Candace, but to them. And that's maybe why they're
as a collective.
Wendy. And my thing is, y'all don't want to film with Monique. Clearly, every time you have an event, y'all don't invite
You
Monique.
don't want her to come. You don't invite her. You make a point to say you didn't invite her.
But y'all want to get mad at Karen for just being friends with her. She said, I'm being in the middle. I'm not involving myself, which I do overall feel like she was trying to stay neutral. But y'all want to now misdirect your anger for Monique and directed to Karen. That's how I feel like they were doing.
But I have an issue with that.
Especially Candace. Candace was getting really loud and getting real rambunctious towards Karen. Karen did not do anything to you for you to be upset.
I got a slight issue with that whole, her being in the middle and her trying to be biased. So it's okay for her to not invite Monique to anything, but it's okay to invite Candace to everything. So Candace comes to everything. Candace is invited to everything.
Because Candace is the victim.
Candace played a role in this fight too. I mean, she was an aggressor too.
That's what Karen's been trying to let the ladies know. Was like, I don't feel like Candace is the victim. She was a willing participant. So
she played a role in this too. She really did. So it's like, but it's okay for us to continue to let her come around. It's okay. She's fighting. I mean, she was a part of this. So, I mean, when she was just like, okay, listen, when this is all said and done, all the truth is going to come out about all this. That's when you were talking about, like, she just went off and she was like, how dare you say that? Like, how are you going to sit up here in my face and say that? She was like, you were there. You seen what happened. She was like, that was a bitch who lost control and did not have any self-control, and she attacked me.
That's not what happened. And you know what's so crazy? For Candace, That is her perception, that she was attacked. The problem with that though, what part were you attacked when you were walking towards Monique? When you said, what you gonna do, drag me? Was that the, like, for her, she just feel like those are words. So she should have let that go. That's in Candace's mind. But she's getting louder and
Does she
louder.
not realize how many people are in jail behind people using words like attack? I felt threatened. And those were the incorrect words to use. So you're doing the same thing that they do to people, usually of color. Oh, I felt attacked by them. He or she threatened me. And it was not the case. So you going out here saying, oh, she attacked me. Usually an attack is something that is not provoked. Like, okay, me and you walk into the car and somebody come out of the bushes, that's an attack.
Right.
We wasn't doing anything to them.
If I'm going back and forth with somebody, you raggedy bitch, you stupid bitch, and then they just so happen to hit me because they don't like me calling them raggedy bitches or whatever. Not saying that Candace did that.
And they got mad.
But I can't say, oh my God, they attacked me. No, I wasn't.
Girl, somebody attacked me in the parking lot. Girl, what happened? We was going back and forth. Oh, y'all got into a fight.
Right, exactly. But so as Candace was getting louder and louder, Michael and his damn drunk ass goes over to Chris saying, you need to go get your wife.
You need to control your wife. It doesn't look good for her to be out here acting like this. Chris said, you need to shut the fuck up and get out my face.
Right. And so that's when
Chris pushes him.
Chris was like, get the fuck out my face. Michael
said,
shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
And that's when Chris was like, yo, you need to get out
my face. He pushed him like right here in the...
Like, see, he's touching me.
He's touching me. Again, that's another tactic that they use that is not okay.
Let me tell you something. Michael got on my last damn nerves. I don't like him in general. But that scene right there,
that's a tactic.
He not only went up to Chris. Chris was not talking to him. Chris was not.
He was minding his business.
Mind his business. You come up to him saying you need to go get your wife. Fuck you. You can't tell another man go get his wife.
Now, what you could have said was, hey, it looks like it's getting heated over there with your wife. Maybe you want to check on her.
Was sat his drunk ass the fuck down and drank some
water. Now, I agree with you. You can't say anything to him because of the relationship that you have.
Exactly.
Now,
I already know y'all got bad blood.
Any other man might could have said that. That's how it probably should have went. It should have been like, hey, you might want to go check on your wife. It looks like it's getting a little heated over there. That's the way that conversation might should have went.
No, you need to go get your wife.
You need to go get your wife. It don't look good. Like, that's not a good look for her. You don't need to say nothing about his wife.
And then as he pushed you out of his space, because that's where you were, he's attacking me. You see that? He put his hand first.
He put his hands on me.
He said he hit me. Then he said he put his hands on me. Then he
put his hands on me.
Then I kept all this like, stop it, sir. Stop. I'm going to sue you.
Then he said, I'm calling my lawyer. I'm calling my lawyer. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
So then.
Now, mind you, Chris handled himself way better than Candace did because he stood there. He was like, I don't know what this man's talking about.
Well, first, because, all right, so that's when they heard the commotion. Ashley runs to Michael. Michael was saying, he put his hands on me.
Trying to get his drunk self.
So then that's when Ashley.
And he's fighting her, like, don't touch me. Don't. She was like, calm down.
When Michael said that he put his hands on me, that's when Ashley goes there. See, and you talking about Monique? What did she say?
Hey, look at Chris. She was like, yeah, she said, you talk about Monique can't control herself, and he's not no better than Monique. Right. He can't control himself either.
So then that's when Candace wants to go at not even Ashley, but Michael.
She goes at him. Yeah. What are you doing?
You want to hit me? You put your hands on me, Michael? I wish you would. I wish you would. It's like,
I was so confused by her response because at this point, he's all the way over there. And secondly, it was Ashley talking to you.
My thing is this, though. Didn't you just say you're traumatized by the situation with Monique? So why would you then wish you would to a grown man?
Try to go after a man.
Why don't you let your husband handle this? So how are you so traumatized from the situation with Monique? Make that make sense for me.
Let me tell you something. I wouldn't have been going after that man. I would have been talking to you as the woman. I would the least I would have been doing was talking to the woman. I would not have been talking to the man.
But you
if
so
anything, I'd have been like, honey, get your bag, get your stuff, Let's go. So I'm not about to argue with somebody again.
Well, that's what happened. So Candace and Chris, they walk one way. Ashley and Michael, Michael's taking all the mics. He's like, I'm done with this. He wants to take the mics off.
He's like, take the mic off. Take your mic off, Ashley. Take your mic off.
To the room where the producers are, like the production room, and get to the
fight. It causes a ruckus.
So he's fighting Ashley. He's being disrespectful to everybody. Ashley's embarrassed that
he's fighting everybody that touches him. She is so embarrassed.
Right.
But then it shows the clip saying that, okay, she's like, F you, I can't believe you embarrassed me like this. Then it shows the next day they go on a family vacation.
Yeah. They had that big old fight.
And they're pregnant with baby number 2.
Apparently, I mean, I guess she's saying that he was drunk. And also said that they're in the happiest, they've never been happier or closer. I feel like that might
they're happiest they've been, they're pregnant with baby number 2.
Or maybe Ashley likes the crazy with him. Maybe they that's what gets them going.
Let me tell you something. I don't. You'll be having to take some. No, you got to go to rehab or something. I can't deal with that.
As
you can't control your alcohol intake.
Yeah, he needs to stop drinking. That's what you need to stop doing. Okay, stick with water or go. Because
every time you drink, as you can see, you mess up.
The little seltzer with alcohol type. Get those. They're like 5%. Get that. Sip on that. Because he don't need to drink. Or actually, don't bring him around nobody. Because obviously he don't know how to act right. But the funny thing is, though, I ain't hear those other ladies, oh my God, this is so bad for our image. When the 2 white guys got in a little cuff, little tiff, I ain't hear no, oh my God.
The only person that said something was Robin, and it was just because it was at her party. She was just like, I don't have time for this. Like, I don't want to have to deal with it. Like, this is my event. That's the only person that said anything. Everybody else was nowhere to be found, except for, now Karen said something to Candace on the way out. She said, are you okay?
Candace and Chris are standing by the door. Karen's leaving. She's like, we're above this. I need to leave. So they leave. As Karen and Ray are leaving, we saw Candace and Chris, and she went to go hug Candace. I wish she didn't, because honestly, she don't deserve it.
Because she was still throwing shades that I now realize how fake and phony she really is. She was genuinely asking you, were you okay?
You know what's so crazy about that whole Candace and Karen thing? Is like, what exactly, we already discussed, like, what exactly are you expecting from Karen? Because you keep calling her fake. You keep calling her fake, but it's like, what did she do fake? I could see if Candace is saying one thing to you and then saying a complete different thing to Monique. I can see that being fake. You playing both sides. But she's just not, writing Monique off. That makes her fake. Like, obviously we're not good friends if I can't have other. Karen was not a part of this fight, but y'all are making her a part of the fight just because y'all want to write off Monique.
Because she didn't choose a side.
I just hope this reunion, they find some type of resolution, because once the new season starts, what we gonna do? Either y'all gonna film with her, or y'all not. We can't keep doing this for another season. It wasn't that big of a deal. I'm sorry. It just wasn't.
Well, it showed at the end, they asked Monique where was the case at, and Monique said after they reviewed the footage, they determined that this was what we said. It was a fight. It was not an attack. So they dropped both of their cases. And Monique made a joke about it and was like, so, you know, they basically determined that because she asked to be drugged, she got dragged. And I was like, Monique,
you ain't learned shit. She ain't learned nothing. Her saying that though solidifies. Only reason why she's sorry is because of everyone isolated.
The complaint was filed.
That's it. If everyone was still cool with Monique, if she didn't press charges, Monique had not an ounce of remorse at all.
And so, of course, Candace is still traumatized because everybody in the media was talking about it and how it played out as a reality TV fight. That's why they dismissed it.
And her lawyers were lying.
She got away with it. And it was like, it was a reality TV fight, sweetheart. You on reality TV and you got into a fight. It was this is what Karen said that I did it. I felt like it was. She said, this was a situation between two friends that went too far.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what that was. It was a situation between two friends that went too far. Yeah. That's what it was.
Right. That was it.
Most friends, if me and you got into a fight like that, I don't see us necessarily being friends after it, but I don't see me or you going downtown and saying, I want to press charges against this bitch.
No.
Now, if your ass hit me with a car or some shit, or I hit you with a car, now that's different.
If I had to go to the hospital, yeah, press charges. But if we got a little tip, little slap.
If we were just fighting, I'd be like, I can't be friends with her no more.
That's it. But that's where it starts and it ends. Candace is upset that she took it because she is a spoiled brat and she didn't get her full way. Because she wants everyone, since Monique hurt me, she cannot be, none of y'all can be friends with her. And if you are, I'm gonna have a problem with it. And she's not sorry, I'm gonna press charges. It's like she don't get her way, she has a little temper tantrum.
Yeah, because like you said, she's spoiled.
She's very spoiled, so.
We'll see. Hopefully this is not no 3-part reunion.
I think it's only 2 parts, I believe. It's only
I don't want to lie to you like last time about a show. I told you it was 2 parts and it ended up being 3, and you got so upset at me. You was like, you lied to me, and it wasn't that I lied to you. The guy told me it was 2.
True. Yeah, I've seen it. I saw 2. Hopefully,
I'm glad that you see it for yourself.
Hopefully, it stays 2 because that's all we need. We don't need no more.
It might be 3.
About what? Talk about T'Challa the bird.
We did talk to the bird. I did see Andy talking to the bird. He said, you're the most famous bird now. No, he's not. Tweety Bird and Toucan Sam is the most famous birds, okay?
I did listen to Tweety.
He will not come for my Tweety Bird. You will not do that.
When I was a kid, that was my thing. Tweety Bird had Tweety Bird everything, honey.
Me too. Tweety Bird is don't know if it's a he or she, but Tweety Bird.
No matter. That was whatever it was. Tweety that was my thing.
Okay. I might watch some Tweety Bird today.
I know that's right. Well, that's all we got, y'all. That is the end of this season. I'm so happy that it's over. We got the 2 reunion shows, hopefully, and then that's it. We'll just have Atlanta. Hopefully that's not too dry. So I'm nervous. I'm nervous about Atlanta. I just don't want Atlanta to do what Real Housewives of Potomac did, which is take one incident and stretch it out for the whole season.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I just don't want them to drag.
It wasn't.
We don't want them to drag like how Monique dragged Candace. Okay?
Wow. So until next time, bye guys.